international break is over. And what is exciting people, we don't have another international break until next year. Maybe around March.
Yeah. Very exciting because international breaks are boring.
Super boring.
Been
following stuff. And Arambe Stars cannot. I saw a meme whereby they are calling each other.
AFCON.
Yes, for AFCON. Have you qualified for the AFCON? Nigeria, Uganda? Yes, we have.
Yeah.
TZ? Yes, we have. Kenya? No, but you know how to speak English. So I think it's banter from our Tanzania people. Kindly forgive us. Anyway.
And I think if all those countries that have qualified have to go there, then they have all to win then. If you know what I mean.
Are you getting emotional?
Yeah, if they have to win then, because there's no way they are battering us for not qualifying if they can't win.
But at least qualification means like you're doing something. Anyway,
it's about participation. Yeah.
We just before we go to match day 12 of the English Premier League, we're gonna mention some of the things which have already happened, and one of them is Reece James, the Chelsea captain, is right
out
back
again. Right back
to
the hospital.
Yeah, he has picked another injury. Yes, of course. Maresca said it could be 3-4 weeks. That's of course if he's hamstring, then it makes sense. Then something to mention, very important. Amorim will take charge of Manchester United after thrashing Manchester City in his final game as a Sporting manager.
Home,
Now he's back and he's gonna take another charge. Now he has a big shoes to fill.
A big job,
at Manchester United. What's your take on Amorim?
Well, Amorim is a great manager. So far, the job he's done at Sporting is huge. He came to a team that had not won a Premier League title in quite a long time. And he managed to win it, and a few cups in there. And I think he's created a winning mentality in that team. And just look at the recent results. They still have a 100% record, I think, in the league. And in the Champions League, they're still doing well. They'll be facing Arsenal soon. So, of course, he'll not be in charge, but he's done a great job. However, at Manchester United, it's a different kind of job. And I tend to think it all starts with the media, to the fans, and then they start slaughtering you. So what I would say as a Man United fan is give him more time. Give him more time. And the good thing is he's coming in with a new style of play. I've seen his first training session where he had 3 players at the back, which is good to see because I think it's new to the club. The last time we played that kind of system is very long ago. I think we tried it during Van Gaal time. And I hope it works for him. However, it is a very big job for him.
The biggest question will remain, with the kind of system which has worked for Sporting, can it work at Manchester United?
Exactly.
United, do they have the right tools? Do you have quality players to ensure they can adjust to his style of play? And on his arrival, he said Manchester United is going to focus on a left wing back for 2025. So could be January, like the winter transfer or summer. We're going to wait and see. More news we saw. Liverpool dodging a bullet. And of course, former coach from Ajax said that there was a time Liverpool were interested in signing Anton as a replacement for Salah.
I saw that, and it would have been I don't know. You never know how it would have turned out because I personally think sometimes system kills players. For example, Anthony was doing well at Ajax, and when he came to Manchester United, everyone had a big expectations of him, and he did well in the first few games actually. But then with time, I think he started getting the stick every time. Like right now, they're posting him that he was the one who was supposed to win the Ballon d'Or, and you're just like, bro, give this man some break. He's gone through some issues, personal issues, where I think he was he had allegations with rape cases, wherever. But you never know how it would have turned out at Liverpool. Of course, he can't be maybe the direct replacement for Salah, but he could have played a part. Like let's say Diaz. I believe if Diaz was in Manchester United, we would still be. Exactly. That's what.
And of course, maybe if you join Liverpool, you cannot expect the sex allegations. Now, on to the last thing. Pep Joseph Guardiola is set to stay at Manchester City probably for another season until 2027.
Six, right? Yeah, with an option to
next season with the option
to
we expected him maybe to leave Man City at the end of the current season, but before he mentions on the expectations and how that could impact other people or other coaches, other clubs, Guardiola has lost for the first time in his career. He has lost 4 games in a row. City have lost 4 games in a row for the first time since, was it 2008 or 18?
Yeah, I think it's been a while since they lost. They had that kind of losing streak. But again, I think it's a good move for Manchester City. Pep is the best currently the best manager in the world.
Arguably.
I think he is.
If you've not seen Vincent Kompany.
Just because it's your namesake, man.
Come on.
Anyway, it's a good move for Manchester City, and I now pity Arsenal because the only team that has been blocking Arsenal from glory is Manchester City, and the only manager who's been doing it is Pep. So I pity Arsenal, but
I was happy he was set to leave, but I saw the news and I felt like, okay, guys, another one season,
one more season of being trophyless.
You can see Maresca is building this thing. Anyway, let's dive into match day 12 of the English Premier League. Of course, Liverpool at the top with 28 points, 5 above second place Manchester City, and 8 above third and fourth placed Chelsea and Arsenal respectively, who have 19. Now, early kickoff will see Chelsea playing Leicester City at King Power Stadium. There is possibility Jamie Vardy could miss this match.
I think it's a great match to look forward to. Early kickoffs are not good games to be looking forward to, especially if you are the fan, if you are an Arsenal, if you are a Chelsea fan, because
what does Arsenal ever do to you?
Come on,
anyway,
man.
Continue.
It is those London teams, I know. Anyway, I think for Chelsea, they are on a good run. In the last game, they picked a draw against Arsenal, which was a good result. And you could tell that they have a project going on. They have something. They have players. They have a squad. And Maresca has done a good job so far. I mean, he has actually done what we call maybe over expectations of what people thought. So being number 3 at this point, I think they're going into this game very confident. Leicester is a team that has just come from the Championship. They've not been doing so well. I think in the previous game they were defeated by Manchester United 3-0. And it tells you that they are not ready for Chelsea at this point, regardless of them being at home. So I feel like Chelsea have all it takes to take the whole points at home. And maybe one setback is Reece James. As we mentioned in the beginning of this video, is out injured, but still it will not affect anything because he hasn't been available anyway. So I think Chelsea will continue their good run, and I'm predicting them to win this game, and I'm gonna go for a 3-1 kind of victory because I believe at King Power Leicester might have also a goal scored for them. So yeah.
Well, if you remember sometime back when we were starting the season, I said Chelsea is a team which I feel it will finish in the top 4, and now clearly you can see it started slowly, but now they're there at number 3 and they're doing well. I love what Maresca has brought to the team. A lot of confident players. The football is flowing. The only my problem is now Enzo Fernandez, who is yet to pick. But Caicedo is doing good job. He is leading in terms of interceptions, winning duels, everything. Like he is number 1, 2 in among many aspects of football right now in the current season. So at King Power is not as easy also being an early kickoff. And remember, when team come from international break, sometimes they tend to lose the rhythm. So hopefully it will not happen for Chelsea. But like you said, without Vardy, I mean, you can clearly see Leicester poses a threat to score. But the question is, they score. How many will Chelsea score? So I'm seeing both teams scoring and Chelsea winning this match 2-1.
A close game.
Yeah.
Very possible.
Then later on at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal are still on the run, and they are still yet to win a match in the last how many matches? I'm losing the count. Now, Arsenal will have the chance to play at home against Nottingham Forest. What's your take on this match?
I mean, Nottingham is a good team this season. They're in the top 5. They're number 5 currently, and it's just good for them because it is a team that I didn't see them being even in the top 10 at this point. And it shows you how good job they've done over there. So speaking of Arsenal, they are not on form, but I believe this international break has done some good for them. Some players who are injured or who are not fit could be now back, and they could be like going into this game with a lot of confidence with all their players available. However, I think Nottingham is not an easy game, especially away from home. They've been doing so well. I think the last time they played away from home, they won against Leicester 3-1. And for their last game, they slipped and they lost to Newcastle at home. But this is entirely a different game because Arsenal are also, they have been struggling. So I think it's going to be a very close game, as I think, because it's number 4 versus 5, if I'm not wrong. Arsenal at home, of course, will have an edge, probably because of the quality of the players they have compared to Nottingham Forest. So I believe in this game, Arsenal are going to score at least 2 goals. Nottingham are going to score once because Chris Wood is on fire. I don't know if he's going to score, but there's a big probability of Nottingham being on the score sheet. So I'm going to go for a close one. A 2-1 victory for Arsenal.
Close it gets, because one thing I'm worried about is Arsenal have been conceding goals. We expect Calafiori to return, probably, but then again Ben White is out for a lengthy period. Could be until next year, because he had a surgery and to fix pain he has been having. And now that means Ben White is out, but Uren Timber, the man made of water, is available, so probably he'll cover that area. The biggest problem with Arsenal has been creating chances, and of course Martin Odegaard, the captain, is back, and he came back against Chelsea and he grabbed an assist. So expect Arsenal going forward. Kai Havertz is a good forward. He can score goals, but he has not been getting those. Arsenal missed a couple of chances against Chelsea, and also the last minute kick, which could have ensured Arsenal get the win, something like 2-1. But it is what it is. It happened. Arsenal are likely now to create more chances going forward against Nottingham Forest this weekend. The biggest question is, can Raya keep a clean sheet? But this time round, despite Chris Wood being on fire, I expect Arsenal to fight hard and get secure that clean sheet. So I'm going to give them a close to your scoreline, but this time round I'll give Arsenal 2-0 victory.
Still very possible.
Yes, then later on at around 8:30, we'll see the defending champion Manchester City host Tottenham, a team which has been troubling them, a team which has contributed to one of their defeats in the last
5 in the cup.
4, right?
In the last 4, in the last 4.
In the last 4.
And which was a cup, I guess.
One which was a cup, yes.
Right. It is our feature game, if we can call it, because Big Six, when a Big Six face another, we call it a feature game. Although the magnitude of it is not there, because it's Tottenham, of course, playing Manchester City. These two teams don't have a lot of fans, I'm afraid. But it is what it is. It's a great game.
In Kenya.
And
they have Udogi.
And Nana.
And Udogi.
Right, so two teams which play interesting football, quite exciting, coming against each other this day, later in that evening, and it will be interesting to see. However, I think in terms of, let's look at the fitness levels. I think for Manchester City, some of the players who are injured are now back training. Kevin De Bruyne. We also have, I think, Nathaniel Ake, right? Nathan Ake. We also had we had a few guys who are injured but are now back. I think Doku as well. But we wait and see, because Pep knows how to do these things. You might have them, all those players very fit, or not back from injury, but still not fit enough to play, according to Pep. So we will wait and see the squad that he feels. But I still feel Manchester City have all the squad that is required that can start and compete against Tottenham, especially playing at home. For Tottenham, I don't think they have a lot of injuries, maybe aside from
Ben Jakar is, I think,
banned
for 7 games.
Yeah, and aside from that, I don't think they have so many injuries, Tottenham, as at this point. So most of them are fit. In terms of head-to-head, I think last season we saw it. Manchester City wins against Tottenham when they are required to win. They won at Tottenham Stadium 2-0, but in the reverse fixture, I think the game ended
2-1.
It was 0, I think. Tottenham didn't score in that game, I remember. Because we had 1-0 towards the end, and then they got a penalty.
Wait, is it not the time Pep Guardiola was trying to sit down?
Exactly.
So because a chance of making it 2-2.
So
he missed
making it 1-1. And then,
it 1-1.
On the counter, I think they won a penalty, and then they scored the second goal. Yeah, so, but in the first one where they played at Etihad, I think it ended 3-3,
yeah.
which is assure that when it's a game to fight for, I think Tottenham tries to do it. I think they just let that other game go Manchester City side because they didn't want Arsenal to win the league. Maybe. We're just doing the speculations.
Maybe not, yeah.
But it is a game which, in tactically now, I think a game which has a number of goals that we usually see. And it will be interesting to see. So I believe at this point, especially with the Etihad record, Manchester City are good enough to compete against Tottenham and win. But if maybe they don't play so well, Tottenham have a squad that can also compete and maybe grab at least a point. But I believe it's time Pep to turn around things. After losing 4 in a row, it's time to turn around these things. And I think he will win. So to the prediction, I think Manchester City have the capability of scoring at least 3 goals in this one, and it will depend on how many goals Tottenham will score. And I believe maybe it could be once or twice. That's why I'm going for 3-2 or a 3-1 kind of victory. But I'm going to stick to a 3-2 kind of victory. So a very close game, but Manchester City taking all the 4 points.
I have a feeling City now will bounce back from their previous heartbreaks. I thought they'll bounce back against Brighton, but never happened. Yeah. But now Tottenham is a team which never turns up when playing, especially in big matches. Sometimes they'll turn up, others they won't, because it all depends on what Hange will put. But this time round, there is no way City will lose the 5th match. They've been unlucky. We saw it. Other than the Champions League match, they were totally undone. And in the previous matches, City have been creating chances, hitting the post, but they don't score. Against Tottenham at home, I expect City to ensure now the spark is back, and playing at home, they're gonna show the fans now we can still do this. It is not too late for City. Like it's just 5 points. They're behind Liverpool, and remember, I think after this weekend, City are meeting Liverpool next. So Guardiola knows if now this gap is extended, then now it leaves probably for Arsenal win mathematically, then Arsenal will close the gap to 2, which is kind of dangerous when you're going to Liverpool on a good run, and they could maybe beat you, and you find yourself trailing at number 5 at this stage. So could be a tough match where Man City will produce a lot of chances, but they could end up scoring just 1 goal. That's how things could end up, because now sometimes when you're frustrated, when you're in tension, things don't go your way. You have to agree with me. So maybe they could, maybe Haaland could grab a brace. So let me give Man City a prediction of 2-0.
2-0.
Yes.
Awesome.
Then later on Sunday, the league leaders Liverpool will be traveling to take on at St. Mary's, right? Against
Southampton. Yeah, we had this in our betting section, and of course I predicted Liverpool to win, and I think it's another time for Liverpool to extend the lead if any of the teams that are following them will have dropped the points until then. So it's a good opportunity for them, especially away from home. They have a very good record. I mean, when we speak about Liverpool, you don't even need to dig deeper, because we know they just lost once at home. And I think their away form is also good, and their rate of keeping clean sheets is also good. They haven't missed Alisson they haven't missed him, because Kelleher has stepped up. Even in the internationals as well, Kelleher has done so well. So it gives more confidence to their defense, and especially the defense has very good experienced defenders in Van Dijk and Konate. And then when you add Robertson and Trent or any other player, it becomes a very solid backline with their midfield, which is very aggressive in terms of how they press their opponents. So I don't see Southampton having any chance on this one. They might have a chance, but I don't think they will score. So I think Liverpool will win these. They'll score at least 3 goals, and I'm going to go for a 3-0. Another clean sheet for Kelleher, if he's the one who's going to play, and I believe he is. So 3-0 for Liverpool.
Yes, I agree. Soton haven't been good when going forward, also when defending, and they are up against Liverpool. Liverpool is winning matches, but they're not scoring that much goals. But it's momentum. They've been doing well. Their squad has been, I don't think Liverpool have experienced any massive injury during this period. Like when you can say United at some point they missed Bruno Fernandes, Odegaard has been away, KDB has not been playing, and stuff like those. But I feel this is another win for Liverpool, and they're gonna move to 31 points come Monday morning, and I'm giving them 2-0 victory against Tottenham.
Very possible.
Later on, a team which beat Tottenham 2-1, Ipswich will be hosting Manchester United with a new manager, Amorim.
It is not a good time for Ipswich to face Manchester United, because when Manchester United have a new manager, they do their thing. And I also think in this game, they're going to do their thing. I believe we'll have a new system. We'll see a new system for Manchester United. Maybe a back three line or so. And I expect them to do well. And I expect them to start their season now better off. Of course, when the manager was in charge, Van Nistelrooy, when he was in charge, I think he did a good job, but it's now time for Amorim to take it from there. And I think I've seen how they train now, and it's a bit better, it's a bit intensive, and going into this match, I think they could be more confident, because they haven't lost also in a few matches. Like the last time they lost, I think it's against West Ham. So I think there's a chance of Manchester United scoring at least 2 goals in this game. And I don't see Onana keeping another clean sheet. So no back-to-back clean sheets for Onana. And that's why I believe Ipswich will score, and Manchester United will score at least 2. So a 2-1 or 3-1 kind of victory for Manchester United. But I believe it's going to be around 3 goals for Manchester United. So 3-1.
All right. This is a win for Manchester United. And a way of welcoming Amorim back to the Premier League, welcoming him to Premier League, and so that we can tell him life here is tough. Pep Guardiola started with he was a Rastaman. Now you can see where he is. Anyway, getting serious, I've seen United with a different setup during Vanessa Roy period, and now with the same approach. If Amorim brings the same approach, expect United to be the team now to be attacking more. It's a matter of asking ourselves, if United can attack more, how will the backline be? Will it be exposed, or they'll just be fine? United will score at least 3 goals and a clean sheet from you guy, my guy, Onana. I'm giving Manchester United a 3-0 victory over Ipswich this Sunday. Quick one. On Monday we have Newcastle United taking on West Ham.
A very tough game, but Newcastle at home is a force to reckon with. Gonna go for a close one. 1-0, 2-1, but I think 1-0 is the best scoreline for that game. 1-0. Maybe Aston Villa? Is Aston Villa playing?
Aston Villa taking on Crystal Palace.
What do you think?
We haven't been doing good, but I think now they need to bounce back. Palace are worse at this period. 2-0 for Villa.
Awesome. Those are our predictions, and this is just from our analysis. Maybe you're at home and wondering why we have, especially me, Manchester City to have 3-2 against Tottenham. Let us know in the comment section what you think about that game, because that is our feature game. Even other games, because we bank on your football knowledge. When you get us in the comment section those predictions, we also look at them and see, hey, you know what, our fans have predicted this, our so-and-so has predicted this, and it looks good. So also we know you like this content, so remember to hit that like button. It really is crucial for us. And also remember to comment where you are watching from, because we want to know especially where you come from, and also understand where your opinions in our comments come from. So we will be reviewing Kick Tip after this match day, of course, but we can also show just a table of how it looks like.
You just want to mention who had more points before the international. But just that. Don't mention that.
Yeah, but you know, I'm the one who's speaking about Kick Tip, so I'll decide if I want to.
Okay, so when I'm doing better, you decide. Okay, fine.
Right. Yeah, you will see in the next video, of course, how the Kick Tip will be, but the link will be also in the first comment of this video and in the description sections as well, so that you can also join and predict all those correct scores with us. So I believe after the international break, we're gonna have a good run of fixtures. So we are back with great content, exciting. So stay tuned. And for this, or for today, that is all from us. My name is Brian.
They call me Vincent.
And this is the
Liquid Sports Show.